Where's the applause?
Where's the applause?
In front of a live studio audience.
Okay, welcome back to the Rubber Room. I'm Alex.
And I'm Lucy. And this is the show where we talk about mental health and we air our daily grievances.
We have a lot of those. So, yeah, just kind of hang out, sit back, relax, and
let's have a chat. Grab a drink. Let's have a chat.
Let's do it.
I'm on my way from misery to happiness today.
Oh, that tastes good today. It's not a real trigger, I promise. I'll blur it out. I'll blur it out in post.
Put it in post. Do it in post. Okay, so today the topic of discussion that we feel has been happening in our lives a lot recently is doubling down.
Yes.
And what is doubling down?
Doubling down, I think we've delved deep into the examples, but doubling down to me feels like, you know, you get caught up in a lie. That lie can be really, really grave and serious, or it can be a simple white lie.
Yeah.
But either way, you're stuck in that lie, and instead of admitting that you were wrong, you double down.
That's what we're talking about, because sometimes people double down when it's like, we're giving you the out.
Yeah.
Just admit that you're fucking wrong and you're fucking lying.
Yes.
And we'll be okay. Once you lie to me twice,
the blame's on you.
You're done.
I guess that's fool me, but you know,
Fool me once, can put the blame on you. Fool me 3 times, fuck the peace sign. You know what I mean?
Same thing. You're here, it's New York City, it's the nighttime.
There's a lot of smog out today.
Smog, we just learned what smog was today.
Well, I learned what smog was as a child, so don't say that. But I didn't know that it was a real... Okay.
You hadn't seen it, you hadn't breathed it.
I didn't believe it until
fair.
I saw it
That's
today.
That's fair. And it's real today. So if you're in New York City, you know what we mean.
Yeah. Don't go outside if you are asthmatic.
Ain't that about it?
Or you have a fat ass. Fat asthmatic.
Ooh.
I think that doubling down isn't always a bad thing. So don't get me wrong.
Yes. That's what we wanted to discuss today, because we sort of think doubling down is like the line.
Yeah.
And there's the part before where you've kind of got the in between, you're a little bit vulnerable, and then once you double down, you need to be hard on the facts. You need to know what the lie is.
You're committing to the bit.
You're committing to the bit. Yes,
correct.
correct.
Yeah.
So one example that I thought of that we experienced recently was we were walking down the hallway at work, and someone random who works
We can't say where we work, though.
We can't?
No, I don't think we're allowed.
Okay.
But we work in television.
Okay.
So okay, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I don't want you to say the name of where we work.
And then we had to
And then we
bleep
have to bleep it out, and then whatever. Okay.
I work at beep.
Yeah.
So we work at a famous TV show, and we were walking down the hallway, and someone who doesn't work with us but works at the same network, maybe, because I assume because they had a badge, they got in the building. They came up to us and they said they saw our badge, and they said,
has the show on it.
Yes, it says the name. And they said to us, "Oh my God, you work at that show. Can we pitch you something? We've always wanted to pitch this joke for that show." And Alex was like, "No," and I was like, "Well, that's illegal, but." And that's when you have to cut the bullshit.
And that's when you cut it.
Because what was I trying to do?
Yeah. That's Lucy just being a people pleaser. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I said, no, that's actually illegal.
And you can't go back from that.
And I feel like once it's illegal,
you can't double down and then be like, "Oh, but let me see if I can just
no.
Oh, let me try."
No doubling down in that situation, because that's illegal. And I do have a warrant out for my arrest, so we can't get into any legal trouble. No. Yeah, so Lucy and I, again, were working at this at this place, and we were working the front door of a party, and real life Adam Sandler came walking down the street, and we were like, oh my God, like, he must be coming to this party. No, he wasn't. He was on the phone. He was on the phone, and we were like, we were drunk.
Well, Well, no.
Well, we weren't drunk. We were...
No, we were just silly,
excited.
goofy mood. Just in a fun, silly, goofy mood. As we are. We always are.
We know this is going to get like 5 views on it, so I'm not worried. I don't think we're going to get fired over this. Anyway. So we're like, oh my God, you're coming to the party. And he was like, and kept walking. So then what we thought would be funny, we would go upstairs now and tell everyone that we saw Adam Sandler, which was true. But the double down was us spreading a rumor that I kissed him.
Yes.
And committing to the bit and being like, we're taking this to the grave. Like, yes. we will go to the grave and be like, I kissed Adam Sandler that night. And that's harmless, yes. I guess. I mean, is he married? I mean, forget all that. It's a joke.
Like, that doesn't matter. And everyone we were with, whether or not it was the truth, like, it would not have gotten back to her. It wouldn't have hurt their marriage.
No, it wouldn't have hurt any. Yeah, I don't think anyone would have believed that.
It was a silly good time.
Silly good time. Then, this was an example I just recently thought of that is doubling down to save yourself embarrassment.
Ooh, interesting nuance.
And something you did before reminded me of that. So you know when you were in school, when you were younger, and like you farted?
Oh my God.
And then you blame it on the chair?
Yes.
And then everyone's like, oh my God, you farted. And then you have to double down and not say, yeah, all right, I farted. No, you got to double down and be like, see, and then you start moving the chair to make a fart noise. To be like, no, it wasn't. I didn't fart. Like, it was the chair. So that's a double down. That it's like harmless to nobody.
Yeah.
And you're not admitting that you farted in class. I actually really have to fart right now.
Okay, take a shot every time she farts.
Okay, I farted.
Okay, but we didn't hear it. We'll add the sound effect.
Silent but deadly.
I actually did that. I did that in class once, but here's an example.
You farted?
No, doubling down when it was bad is I had something was going on, but typical, we have stomach issues. That's just...
And that's why I'm not afraid to fart on camera, because destigmatize farting and pooping, okay? Girls poop, girls fart, and you know what? Yeah. When I was in the 3rd grade, I thought that I was gay.
I was reading this book, I farted. Okay. Right? It was nasty. It was rank. It was that kind where you're like, oh my God, my nose, like even me.
Yeah, because sometimes you fart and you're like, okay, my fart does not smell that bad.
Sometimes you know.
You have a fart when you're like, oh my God, I could kill a fucking small animal with this fart.
Yeah. And everyone was like, oh my God, who was that? And I go, oh my God, it looks like it was. And then I blamed it on someone. And that's when you double down, and that's when it's really bad.
It's harmful to someone else.
But you know what? She was just sitting there reading her book, and she didn't defend herself. I mean, that's not her fault at all. I fully victimized. I fully made her a victim. Trauma to the ultimate. But I did blame her. And then the teacher gave us a whole lecture about how if you have to fart that bad, you have to go outside of the class. He opened up all the windows, opened up all the doors.
What did you eat?
I don't fucking know. I think I was ill.
Just admit you're fucking wrong. Like, we went to a bar. This is what I'm thinking of. And she has a California license. I have a New York license. We went to a bar on Long Island, which is they don't see a lot of people that aren't from Long Island come there. This bitch at the counter is like, we don't take out-of-state licenses. You don't take out-of-state licenses? That's not a thing. That's not acceptable. Where's the manager? And she's like, call me Karen?
Maybe.
And I was like, where's the manager? I see her talking to him. I go, are you the manager? And he comes over and he looks at her license and he scans it. So you do have the technology for that. And then he says she's fine. And then instead of this bitch apologizing and being like, sorry, I discriminated against you because you're not from New York and I'm ignorant and I'm stupid, she says, we just don't know how to tell if it's real or not. That's your job.
That's your
You're
job.
A bartender. I get it. You don't have the bouncer there to be a professional fucking ID looker. But you know what? learn, bitch. We were getting a high noon. We weren't
Like,
asking for
being
40
so
fucking tequila
normal.
shots.
So fucking normal. And that's the most embarrassing place you can be in.
Yeah.
Is in the lie. You get caught in the lie. It's a proven
And then
fact that you
exactly, then
lied.
it's obvious. Because to me, you can double down if you're sure that no one's gonna know you're lying.
Yeah.
It's so embarrassing if you double down when we know you're lying. I think we need to discuss the negative double down, which is like that's negative, but also like we were saying alcoholism.
But
You know what?
that's not
Whoever
right.
made alcohol, they
Whoever.
made it.
Mother Nature.
Yeah.
Mother Nature.
Jesus. They made it so you get drunk. So why would I have one that doesn't do anything to me?
Yeah, it's a good
You
question.
know?
It's not right. And like I know
But
what
it's like, why would I run on the treadmill for 3 minutes? You're not going to burn enough calories. You know what I'm saying?
Or get stronger.
So why would you do something with an item that is meant to do something to you and you don't do it enough to get that
It's a good question.
response?
I can already feel that we have more energy than the last time.
Absolutely.
Like we were like,
well, because that was a Sunday after show we worked at.
we worked at a show called I Shouldn't
So
Be
you
Alive.
think you can dance?
Say it on 3. 1, 2, 3.
What would you
TLC's
do?
90s kids accounting.
The Rubber Room, which we are in now, which in the first episode, if you missed, fuck you. It's just a safe space where you can relax and escape your stressful and depressing life that you live. So week to week, we're gonna have different topics where we just talk about things that bother us and
things we need to talk
things
through.
we need to talk through because it's like a therapy room, sesh.
Therapy sesh.
And like I'm all for therapy, I'm all for medication, but sometimes you need a good shit talk with your friends and a good vent sesh. So that's what the point of this show is, and we hope you really enjoy it.
Yes,
and,
we do.
You know, give us topics that you want us to shit on or talk about, because that's what we like to do.
We want to help people.
We want to help people.
We're givers.
And let everyone know that we're all going through the same thing. You're not alone when you double down and when you lie to people. And nothing we say on this show we're saying is okay and promoting. But it's just like, these are things we do. And if you relate, then cool. So if you're going to be a liar,
moral of the story is
lock it down.
Get out of your double down by doing your fucking research.
Yeah.
Know what you're talking about.
And if you believe someone who lies to you, that's your fault. And you shouldn't trust so many people.
No, here's what we'll say. If you believe that Alex kissed Adam Sandler randomly on the
well,
street,
you know what? I would believe it because look at me. And look at him. I'd kiss him. If your shorts come to here, I will kiss you.
Comment down below if you have shorts that long. We like to see them. After everything you've gone through this week, everything you've experienced this week, what movie are you watching in the Rubber Room?
Okay, I'm going to go into my Rubber Room. And I'm in the mood to watch Coraline this week. It's spooky, it's cute, and it feels like very escapist to me. What's your answer?
My movie of the week, I think, because actually you might not know this about us, but we are Michelin star chefs. Case in point, our dinner this evening.
Correct.
I think because we've been cooking so much.
We have been.
And
we sprinkle fart dust on it, and that's why we fart so much.
I didn't even fart in a satisfying way. Like if I did that, then it'd be funny. I would want to watch in my Rubber Room this week. Ratatouille.
Oh!
Great movie all around. I love the soundtrack. I love everything about that movie. And I think after everything this week, that's what I want to watch in my Rubber Room.
Be who you are.
First week of Pride.
Mwah.
Mwah. Thank you for watching.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
I farted.
Yeah, I heard that.
I'm on my way from misery to happiness.